his obsession with Batman. He has a very yeah, we'll talk about that one later. Probably some psychiatrists want to talk to you about that one too, Amon. Man, he's just a hard runner. He always, from the day he got there till the day he left, he's fighting for that extra yard. He's not running out of bounds, and he's just coming at you. He's coming with you with everything he's got. A great guy to block for, because there's a lot of times I missed the block and he'd just run right over me and still get 3 yards. So it made me look good when it was actually him doing all the work.
Best compliment I could probably pay him is from 2 all-pro linebackers that went and played for the Panthers and the Seahawks. Dan Morgan, Lofa Tatupu. The minute I got into the locker room, one of the first things they say to me is, tell me what the deal is with Amon Green. That is the hardest runner in football. Impossible to tackle one-on-one. Just tough as nails guy. So like Mike said, he made our lives much easier. We probably got, if we got any extra money than more than we deserved, it was 90% because of him. Yeah, and he's such a quiet guy. You never, especially in the league now these days, everybody's about self-promotion, pointing yourself. You never hear him on talk. And when he does, it was one of those rare occasions when he speak with the team. It was like you could hear a pin drop, and everybody's. Is Monzo actually speaking? Oh my God, we got to listen to this one. But it's good. He's full of emotion, a hard runner, great guy to play with, good teammate. He put a speech on. Remember, I think we were like 0-4 to start the season, or 1-4.
The Mad Dog speech or Rabbit Dog?
Man, this guy, nicest guy in the world. He walked down the aisle, and we got we're playing tummy sticks over in the corner with all the linemen, and everyone's screwing off, and he starts talking. And I think to this day, it's the best speech I've ever. I mean, I've never been so fired up after a speech. Coaches, players, anything. The guy's just, when he talks, you listen. He's an amazing individual.
Wow. Now, did he ever buy you guys gifts?
Well, thank God he did, because nobody else did.
Nobody else did. Yeah, he was the only guy that ever did anything. No, he was a generous guy. He always came out. We had a tradition O-line dinner every Thursday night. He was always there. And the first year he came around, we thought he was just coming for a free meal, but he picked up the meal just like everybody else. And I do have a variety of collections of gifts from him, from a watch, a ring, another, I think it was a money clip, but it was just something that, you're not going to see those anywhere else in the world. There's only 12 guys that have those, or not even, maybe even 12. But yeah, no, he was always gracious and always took care of us. Always talked us up.
And you notice that, don't you? That kind of stuff.
One of the greatest things for a lineman is having not only a running back that runs as tough as he does and as good as guy, but he liked hanging out with us. Yeah. And we're the guys that never get any attention, and nobody gives us any love. So the fact that Amon wanted to hang out, and he was one of us, and he would come to our parties.
A lot of people there.
Hey, listen, but either way, he's hanging out with us, he's eating, he's doing that stuff, and we feel, we appreciate him, he appreciates us. That was a real special relationship.
Yeah. Talk about the 2003 season.
Where he missed 2,000 yards by what, like a yard and a half?
1,800 something. He just had that phenomenal year. It
was something. The only bet I've ever made in sports was that year. It was a friendly bet between John Ogden lives out here. We both did. So we had who was going to get to 2,000 yards. His back. What's Jamal and Amon, and we missed it by, I don't know. It was like 10, 12 yards, something like that. But that year, I could recite when we played Denver and had those, what was it, 2 90-yard runs or 2 80-plus runs in one game. Yeah. We played Philly 3 times. Every time he was right around 200 yards, if not more. And it was just, it was almost like we could do no wrong with that guy. You miss a block, but the guy stepped the other way, so Amon went right up the middle and got an extra 5, 10 yards. We always give him a hard time because he wasn't that. We always say he wasn't that fast, but he had some wheels to him. And once you get that momentum moving, it's hard to slow it down.
That's that year we introduced the bacon package too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We brought in this 350-ish pound tackle, and we put him on next to Mark Tauscher, and we just kept running the same play. And this guy wiped out half the line.
Yeah, we're pulling him around. We got the 2 biggest guys on that side. He's pulling around, and Amon's running behind him. I would snap the ball and I just watch.
That was a fun year. He was averaging 5 yards a carry, and I think there was 4 years in a row he was leading the league from line of scrimmage or something like that. Like Mike was saying, he didn't talk that much, and he didn't want the camera pointed at himself. So you don't recognize that for 4 or 5 years there was nobody doing it better in the league.
Is it playing in Green Bay with those kind of stats and whatever? It's got to just be a different world.
Yeah.
When you're a superstar there and you rush for 1,800 yards, he must have been just the king.
Well, we have Brett.
Yeah. He's the second in command.
Well, he'll never call himself Robin, but we.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what. No, it's just a small town. It's such a special place, and there's no place to hide if you want to. Everyone's got to get gas. Everybody's got to go to the grocery store, and you're gonna run into people. And 9 times out of 10, everybody loves you. But that one time, as I was just saying, the little old lady hobbling across the ice to say something to me goes, "How'd you miss that block?" But it's a special place, and I think for Amon, it was probably the greatest place. Just that he's kind of a small town guy. Coming from Lincoln, and it was just a perfect fit. I mean, I know he's still living there now just for that reason. He works well for the city. City works well for him. And it's a good dig.
Let's ask about the Batman. I knew nothing about this, but the Batman obsession.
Yeah, the obsession. So the best part about the Batman thing was when we had this real mouthy rookie come in.
Ahmad Carroll, yeah.
Ahmad Carroll, and this guy called himself the Batman. So there was this standoff in the locker room the first day. This rookie comes in, and Ahmad's our guy, right? But he's Batman, and you're kind of going, all right, whatever. And this guy comes in and just kind of proclaims, "I'm the new Batman in town. You Robin," and there was this whole thing back. Luckily, that guy didn't last very long.
Yeah, we took between all the 5 of us. He became Batgirl in about 2 seconds and wouldn't talk. And yeah, but it was like the polar opposite of Amon. He's got his reasons for liking Batman, but that Amon this kid came in, Ahmad and Amon, odd, but this kid came in thinking he had to talk, and the exact opposite of a proven vet sitting right next to him was not saying a word, and you just respect that.
It was always kind of a funny thing because he would only carry the ball in one hand. He would never switch it over. Remember that?
Yeah.
Even if you're running on the wrong side, on the sideline, on the right side of the sideline, he always have the ball in his left hand. And you'd always go, "Why don't you switch the ball over?" And and sometimes if somebody came down on him and we won the game, and afterwards you start ribbing him about it. But listen, that guy was, he was our meal ticket. As far as the line goes, he was our meal ticket for years. So I don't care if you got to keep feeding him the ball, right?
Yeah. The second I don't miss a block all season, then I'll give him a hard time.
There you go. Now let me.
Burke promises 2 cases of beer for being here, man. Where is this?
Man, hey, Amon, did my invitation get lost in the mail somewhere? My daughter was crying, wondering why she wasn't going to go.
Literally planned the whole trip and then didn't get an invitation. Tough break.
Life of a lineman.
Maybe we'll get a watch this time.
We're good, guys.
Good.
Thanks, guys.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.